Okay, whenever you're ready.
Okay. I'd like to call the meeting of the St. Louis County Board of Zoning Adjustment to order. The board members present today are Janet Herman, Chairman, and Angelia Bills, Member. The Department of Planning staff members are Debbie Nesbitt, Doug May, and Mel Wilson. First, I offer into the record the affidavit of publication pertaining to today's meeting, July 15th, 2020. The board hereby takes official notice of and admits into evidence on the record the St. Louis County Chapter 1003, St. Louis County Revised Ordinance 1974 is amended, and Chapter 1004, St. Louis County Revised Ordinance 1974 is amended. Next, I would call for a motion to approve the minutes of the previous BZA meeting of July 1st, 2020.
So moved.
And I will second. The hearing procedure is informal, but is a teleconference and is recorded. The planning staff will read each request into the record, and the petitioner will be unmuted, state their name, and make a brief presentation to the board explaining the reason and hardship for the requested variance. The board will not consider financial hardships. Board members may ask questions to clarify the facts. When the board is satisfied with the material presented, the chairperson will then ask if there is anyone in favor or opposition to the request. And if you are in favor or opposition and want to speak, please click the hand next to your name. And if any comments were submitted, the staff will read them into the record. Okay, wait a minute here. Before I call for the vote, the petitioner may request a continuance in order to bring in additional documentation. The board may also request a continuance to gather additional information or for a visit to the site. Once comments have been heard, the chairperson will call for a vote. At that time, the discussion has ended and no further discussion is permitted. The board will generally make a decision today, but since there are only 2 members of the board at this time, if the board's vote is split 1-1, the request will be deemed held until a third member is appointed. If the variance is approved, the petitioner has 6 months to obtain the necessary permits or establish the use requested, or the variance will expire. The petitioner or any interested party has the right of appeal to the St. Louis County Circuit Court. This must be done within 30 days of the decision. And the paperwork will be sent to you with our decision. Well, most everybody's online with this, but you will get your paperwork in the mail. Okay, any questions? Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, first item on the agenda is 78-20, YVONNE MERLOTTI. Requests an exception to the front yard regulations and the regulations that govern the enlargement, extension, construction, reconstruction, or structural alteration of a non-conforming use, land, or structure for the purpose of reusing an existing freestanding sign at 9301 Gravois, maintaining a front yard of 1 foot in lieu of 15 feet as required by the C3 shopping district regulations and section 1003.170 non-conforming uses, lands, and structures of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance.
Anita Mason, you're unmuted now to give your presentation.
We're asking to continue to use the sign that's currently existing. I understand the property was split at some point and that changed the use of the sign. And they'd like to continue to use that, just do a panel change on that sign and not have to rebuild the structure. And that's on the Gravois side.
Okay, so you want to reuse the where it says Metro PCF?
Right. They want to reuse that and put their Smoothie King sign there.
Okay, so it's you're just going to change the face of the
It's just going to change the panel of the existing sign. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah, I see you can't really put it anyplace else anyway.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go with it. Yeah, and they really want to keep it because they think that's better on the Gravois side than the Weber side. I don't know what the difference. I don't really know how busy Weber is, but they think Gravois is better. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't have any other questions. Angelia, do you have any questions?
I don't. No, I don't either.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there anyone that would like to speak in favor or opposition? Please press the hand next to your name.
I don't see anyone.
Okay. 78-20, I'm going to vote to approve the variances advertised, the hardship being, well, they like to use the same sign and just put a new face on it, and it looks like it's been there for probably quite a while. And it really, it doesn't look like there's any other place to put a sign for identification.
I second it.
Okay, you'll be getting your paperwork in the mail.
Okay, appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Okay, next item on the agenda is item 79-20, John Steinbaker. Requests an exception to allow the construction of a 30-foot by 40-foot detached garage, which will be more than half of the footprint of the home and over 1,000 square feet in size at 8522 Stafford Court, as required by Section 4 of the R4 Residence District Regulations of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance.
John, you are unmuted to give your presentation.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we'd like to put in a detached garage. It's 30 by 40. We've submitted paperwork to Debbie Nesbitt as far as we've had the plot survey. We have given her the plans for the building. She's come out and taken the pictures. And all of the neighbors whose land touches my land has sent in letters saying that they were in approval of the garage.
Okay, and what would your hardship be, why you need a larger garage?
Why? Because the original garage that they were going to let me have is only 800 feet. And this one that we're having is 1,200 feet, and we've got how do I say this nicely, a bunch of junk that we just got to store in the garage. Also, we got 4 cars, right?
We just inherited 2.
We inherited 2 automobiles.
Somewhere to park it.
Question for you. What is the lot coverage with that new structure?
I don't understand.
The lot coverage, like, well, how large is your land?
Oh, it's a half an acre. It's 200 by 100.
Okay.
So it, and it meets the backyard and the side yard requirement, it looks like. Is that correct, Debbie? Or Mel or some?
It looks like it does.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, in the R4 it does.
Okay, I don't have any other questions. Do you, Angelia?
No, not this time.
Okay. Is there anyone on this WebEx that is in favor or opposition? So please hit the hand by your name.
I don't see any.
And I guess you got some paperwork from some of the neighbors saying they agreed, right?
Yes.
9 that I will deny the variance as advertised. I don't think that there's enough of a hardship, and it seems like a very large garage for a small area.
Mm-hmm. I'll second that.
Denied.
Okay, I guess we're ready for 80-20.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is 80-20, Blake Stretch and Christine George. Request an exception to the front and rear yard regulations for the purpose of constructing an in-ground swimming pool at 5149 Carriage Trace Drive, maintaining a front yard of 15 feet in lieu of 20 feet along Carriage Trace Drive, and a rear yard of 10 feet in lieu of 15 feet as required by the R2 Residence District Regulations and the Density Development Procedure of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance.
Okay, Blake, you are unmuted to give your presentation.
Hello, all. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Is Debbie Nesbitt, is she on audio?
Debbie is on the call. Yeah.
Okay. Concerning the front yard, Debbie and I have spoken about this after I got my letter. I'm actually 35 feet from what they consider to be my front yard since I'm on a corner. It was questioned. There's 15 feet written on the proposal that I submitted. That's actually just to a fence line. The actual property line is about 35 feet.
Okay, well, we'll take that part out. So then we're only looking at a rear yard of 10 feet.
So the rear yard's the only thing in question. That I'm asking for the variance of 10 feet. There is an existing swimming pool that's been there since 1986.
Yes, so you're taking that.
Pictured in that picture. It is 10 foot currently from the back property line.
So are you putting the
We're
pool in?
proposing to put a new swimming pool in the same spot.
Okay. The exact same spot, right? Just a little larger, I guess.
Same spot, different shape. We're going from a circle to a rectangle. There are some major issues with that existing pool, so it is coming out.
Okay. But it is now and has been at the rear at 10 feet in lieu of 15. So,
Yes, correct.
okay. I don't have any other questions.
I don't either.
Okay. Is there anyone on this WebEx that wants to speak in favor or opposition of this petition? Please click the hand by your name if so.
I don't see anyone.
Okay. 80-20, I'm going to vote to approve the variance as advertised. Excuse me. No need for the front yard variance, but anymore. But the rear yard of 10 feet in lieu of 15 feet, it looks like it's still a ways away from the fence, the backyard fence, and if it's been there for quite a long time and hasn't caused any problems, I go ahead and okay it.
I second it.
Okay, you'll get
Thank
your
you.
work in the mail.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is 81-20, the Housing Partnership. Request an exception to the front and side yard regulations for the purpose of constructing a new single-family residence at 218 East Ripa Avenue, maintaining a front yard of 10 feet in lieu of 20 feet and a side yard of 1 foot in lieu of 5 feet, as required by the R5 Residence District regulations of the St. Louis County Zoning Ordinance.
Robert, you are unmuted to give your presentation.
Hi, my name is Rob Wagstaff. I'm with Urban Works Architects, and you can see from the, we have drawings of the existing and proposed. The existing building is, well, our lot is 25 foot wide. The existing building was 14 foot 3 inches wide. The new building that we'd like to construct is going to be 17 foot 8. So we can't fit that on a 25-foot lot and maintain these setbacks. We will be maintaining the exact same setback that was occupied by the existing building. And we are keeping the front of our building in line with other residences on the same street.
But I have a question. Why can you not, it looks like the house is going to be right, well, yeah, at 1 foot instead of 5. Why couldn't you move it over so there at least be a couple of feet on each side?
We have got our access way on the side. We could move that over, but still would be within the 5 foot violation. We were keeping it hard to that one side, basically based on where the existing home was at one time.
Why to use the existing?
Well, I tell you what, I actually, at one time, we were going to do a stair on the side of this property. And the stair was going to project out, and we were trying to keep that at the 5 foot setback on that. What you see there, that 6'4", that's the east side of the building.
Yes.
And the stair got deleted. We maintained the building in the same place, which is, like I said, it's the same exact location that the existing building that's on that site is located.
Well, you know, getting to be 1 foot, I highly doubt that it would meet the fire code. I mean, if we okayed it, you're still going to have to meet the fire code. That's really,
yeah.
I don't
No penetrations on that wall, and we have a 1 hour construction.
You have a what?
A 1 hour construction on the exterior.
I don't know what you mean by that. But
It's rated for 1 hour fire rating.
oh, okay.
Which we'll have to do that no matter no matter what. If we were to move it over, if we were to center it, we would still in violation, or not violation, we would still be required by IDC to make that a 1 hour wall.
Mel,
Yeah.
one thing about this property is that the house on the west side is further away. So that would be, it won't look so odd, the house being shifted onto closer to their property versus it being closer to the existing house on the other side.
Oh, I see, yeah, okay. Oh, could you put that picture back up for a second?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, thanks. So there is a space, I see. I was kind of looking at that back structure and the fence there, but it would be a little bit further away than the house is further away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm glad you pointed that out, Debbie. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Angelia, do you have any questions?
Just what is the hardship? I mean, it seems like it looks too narrow to put a house there. But what is the sense of urgency to put it there?
Well, like I said, we're using a design that we've gotten priced, and it's a kind of a proven design that's we've built some others in the neighborhood like this. The lot is 25 foot wide. That leaves you a total of 15 feet of buildable area. That's by the time we do our furred out walls and we have to meet energy. So we're using a 4-inch stud. So we're starting to really compress the interior space. By the time you get a stair and everything in there, it becomes a shotgun home at that point. There's actually no room for us to fit hallways like we'd like to, upstairs, accessing the bedrooms. The previous house that was on this site was a shotgun house because it was probably, I don't know, 90 years old. So literally you went from one room into a next, and all the rooms were probably about 13 feet wide.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to meet kind of, well, building code for the size of rooms, but
Mm-hmm.
also kind of the demands of modern residential living.
Okay.
As I recall, on that street, the homes are pretty close together. I think when they were all built a long time ago, I guess. Okay, I don't have any other questions either. So, is there anyone here on the WebEx site that is in favor or opposition? No.
I don't see any.
Okay.
Well, hearing none, 81-20. I will vote to approve the variance as advertised if there was another home that was in that spot before. So I will just vote to approve that, and with the 1 hour protection on the fire code.
And I'll second. So, Mr. Wagstaff, you'll get your paperwork in the mail then.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Meeting adjourned.
Is there any alternative for the man with the garage that you would feel that is more appropriate for that location?
I would personally like to see it smaller. I'm like Angelia. I don't feel like there's a lot of a hardship just because they have 4 cars. You know, that's kind of that's a self-imposed hardship.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that where it is. I just would rather see a, reduction in size. Myself, I can't.
Yeah, it's awful big for that small yard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Boy, the lightning just hit something around here. Scared me.
Oh.
All right. Well, I guess I'll see you guys all in 2 weeks then.
Okay.
And
Get
then,
in.
Ready.
Thanks.
bye. And then if you